In this tutorial, we're gonna see how to create realistic fireworks animation in Adobe After Effects in a simple free way without using any paid plugins. Let's get started. Create a new composition. Name it fireworks, for example. You can have anything as the background. For example, I have this image, it's only used for reference. Now create a new solid layer and make sure it's placed above your background on your timeline if you have any. In the Effects and Presets panel, search for an effect called CC Particle World, which we will use to create the fireworks animation. After you dragged it onto the solid layer, you will notice that there are some weird particles that have appeared. In the effect controls, press the stopwatch of the birth rate setting and set it to 0. Move 10 frames forward and then change the value to 3. This will create the start of the explosion. What you want to do next is go 5 frames forward and this time change the value back to 0. And this will create sort of the fade out of the fireworks explosion. I made the background invisible so we can better see the particles and their settings applied for now. You can also hit U on the keyboard to better see the keyframes you made. And you can also select them and right click on them and choose the option Easy Ease to make the animation look a bit smoother. Change the longevity to 1.5 seconds. Skip the producer settings for now and expand the physics menu. In here, make sure the animation is set to explosive. Set the velocity to 0.7, set the gravity to 0.2, set the resistance to 1. Close down this menu as we don't need it anymore. Now expand the particle settings menu and make sure the particle type is set to line. We don't want it to be cubes, for example, although this looks a bit cool. Change the opacity to whatever you prefer. I will change it to 30% for now. And then for the color map, set it to custom as we will add our custom colors to the fireworks effect. Expand the custom color map option and mess around with the colors. This part is subjective really. You can see here in detail, for example, the color when the explosion is born and when it's about to die. And once you're done with this, close down this menu and make your background image or video visible. Expand the producer menu and you can set the position Z to wherever you like or wherever you're working with to kinda make the explosions either seem far off and smaller or closer and bigger. For this background, I set the position Z to 3. Drag your effect up or down, left or right with the positions X and Y settings. And you can have your first firework animation in that position as an example. To make more fireworks explosions, select your effect layer and hit Ctrl D on the keyboard. You can hit U to see the keyframes of this layer as well, and then drag this new layer forward on the timeline, as we don't want to have explosions happening at the same exact time. In the producer menu, you can drag your new layer to another position and maybe make it a bit bigger in size than the first one. You can also change the colors of this newly made explosion. Maybe change the opacity as well. You can keep duplicating your layers until you have fireworks that resemble the New Year's Eve. You can add some sound effects as well to add the final touches and make the effect more vibrant and realistic. And that's how you can make a cool fireworks animation inside of After Effects for free without paying for expensive plugins. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. Also, for more cool effects, check out this next tutorial that you see on the screen.